Hey everybody, Spencer Jones here with Jones and to Get Fit. I apologize for the delay in the show. We had some technical difficulties where I did go live and then it didn't let me go live and whatever. But we're back now, so if you see, a show on there saying, hey, we got this live series that's like nothing, it's coming back, don't worry about it. Come to this one. This is where it's at. And today's recipe comes from, it's not one of my own actually. I have the link in there. Oh my gosh, name totally escaped me. The Worktop. There we go. Katie, thank you for the help there. The Worktop.com for this recipe. And I found this recipe because I was searching for desserts. And it's Thanksgiving week, the time we're recording this live, and my friend Robert Rodriguez, who watches the show regularly, said, hey Spencer, put on some desserts. I want some healthy desserts that we can make here as a family for the holidays. So here you go, bud. This one is cheesecake, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be glorious. I've made this one before, as a matter of fact, and it's so velvety and so delicious and easy to make. And hardest part to believe is that it's healthy, right? This is good for you. It feels good, it tastes good, and it keeps you on track with your diet. It's not gonna derail you. So, let me help you out. It's super fast, super easy to make. I shouldn't say super fast, but relatively easy to make, and we get stuff going. Okay, first step, you need your oven back there. Well, this is my oven. You need your oven to be at 350 degrees. 350 degrees, right? So preheat that sucker. Now, here is what else you're gonna need. If you have like a Ninja or a mixer, something like that works, some of the blades. I'm also going to use my blender. If I had a bigger Ninja, I would use that, but I don't. So I'm using my blender, and that's cool. Hey, Eric, Katie, thanks for watching. Who else we had watching? We had someone else. Daniel, thank you for watching. You're gonna need a little bit of flour. I have whole wheat flour. It's gonna be like a very, very minuscule amount. You need 2 eggs. You need sugar, half of a cup of sugar. It's gonna be split a quarter cup in one half and another half, or another quarter cup in another ingredient. You're going to need maple syrup. I'm using natural maple syrup. We have pecans for our topping. I'll show you how to make that. Now, for the cheesecake portion of it, you are going to need 2 1/3 cups of cottage cheese. Now, I'm using low-fat cottage cheese. You could use whatever you like, but that's a low-fat cottage cheese. Actually, it's 1%, if I remember right, so low-fat. Cottage cheese, it's 2 1/3 cup. You're going to need 1 cup of Greek yogurt. This is vanilla Greek yogurt right there. And then for the crust itself, we have about 2 cups of crushed up graham crackers, 6 tablespoons of melted butter. It's a lot of butter, but it's so good. And it's gonna be okay. It's butter. It's okay for you to within, limits. It's all good. And then some vanilla extract and some ground cinnamon. That's it. That's all you need for this. And it's gonna be so freaking awesome. I'm so excited. Okay, first things first, the crust. So you wanna make sure your crust, you want about 8" by 8" or 9" by 9". Not really 9", so that'd be square, right? You could do that too. You could use a springform pan. I'm using this tinfoil round one, about 9" pan. I just have it on like a little pizza tin here, just to help it, because it's all flimsier, to help it out. So we have 2 cups of graham crackers. Now, I put that in the Ninja, broke it up, and it worked out to be about 1.5 packages of the graham crackers. This is a honey-flavored ones with natural honey. That's what I picked up. So we're going to put that right in the pan, like that. You're going to need about 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I'm just going to sprinkle it in. Just kind of eye it up there, as we do with the Jones and to Get Fit show and our live cooking show. I'm just grabbing the fork here quick because I forgot one. And so all I'm going to do is mix this in. So just really quickly, you could do this in a pan if you wish, or a bowl if you wish. No big thing. All I'm doing here is I'm kind of just going down and bringing it back up and turning the pan and kind of spreading out the graham crackers, ground graham crackers, so you can see it's kind of even in the pan. So that's all I'm doing. Now, I melted the butter, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread this. It's a lot of butter. You could start less and then you start using more if needed. We have the 6 here. I put in about 4 right now just to see. 6 seems like a lot, and I don't remember. It's been a while since I made this recipe. I don't remember exactly how much I used last time. So you're going to want to mix it in. Again, same kind of technique, but instead of going down and up, like in on the sides and bring it back up, I'm pushing down from the sides and the center and make my way around. Now you want to work this around a little bit because you're going to find out that butter goes farther than you might think right off the bat. All right, you get these big clumps and you're just kind of breaking up the clumps and trying to get the drier graham crackers wetter with the butter. We're going to use the rest of it. It looks like we'll need it, especially to hold up a nice firm crust. So that's 6 tablespoons melted butter with our 2 cups of graham crackers. So, oh yeah, that's going to be nice here. So you want it to become sticky, right? Right now it's still just loose in the pan, and that's okay. Oh, I almost forgot one ingredient. Almost forgot this. How could I forget it? We have our 1/2 cup of sugar. Now I'm using pure cane sugar. You're going to need half of this, so a 1/4 cup, just a 1/4 cup in here as well. You could use maple syrup if you want. Again, this seems like a lot of sugar in the recipe, but it helps bring the whole thing together, right? So not one portion of it is too sugary. So, all right, we're just mixing that in again with the butter and the graham crackers. And a little bit of cinnamon sugar. Not the end of the world that I waited there. It's mixing in very, very well. Jay, thank you for watching. Lauren, thank you so much for watching. I think if I missed anybody, say hi in the comments. I'd love to see your comments. And I'm curious, as I'm mixing this up here, I'm curious, what is your favorite holiday dessert? What do you like having? What do you like making? What else? We got Becky, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. So now, let me know what your favorite dessert is in the comments. I'd love to know. Mine, cheesecake, one of my favorite ones. That's why we're making it today. That and pecan pie. Love good old pecan pie. We're going to combine the 2 here. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the graham cracker crust and I'm pushing it off to the sides and I'm pushing it down. Now, the goal is it takes a little bit of knack, and if you mess up, it's okay. You can break it down and redo it. So we're trying to get an even layer of graham crackers around the edges and on the bottom. So all of a sudden if you find someplace like has a little bit more than another spot, that's okay. You can break it down a little bit in certain areas and redo it, or you can just break up the whole thing and redo it. It's going to be okay. It's not the end of the world, right, with this. It's not like other pie crust and things like that where you really have to worry about kneading it too much. You don't want to go crazy, but you can rework it, right, if something happens. I'm just pushing down, kind of not super hard, but pressing heavy enough that it sticks. And I'll show you what it looks like here as soon as I'm done. I'm just turning this around to make my life a little bit easier. There we go. It's pretty stiff on there. So let's see. I saw some comments. Donald, thank you very much for watching. Sparky, this is awesome. Katie, you love your mom's pumpkin pie. Oh, she does make amazing pumpkin pie as well. Check that out. So that's what it looks like, right? So 2 cups of graham crackers, a 1/4 cup of sugar, half teaspoon of ground cinnamon, roughly, and then 6 tablespoons melted butter. Make that. We're just gonna let this sit on the side for a little bit. I'm gonna get off my fingers. Now for the filling, right? And remember, your oven needs to be preheated to 350 degrees. Just so you know, it takes time, so you want to preheat it. We got some awesome other comments in here. Lauren, nice. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Robert, your mom makes a great fruit cream pie and an awesome dump set. Those sound delicious. A fruit cream pie. We have to look these up. You're giving me lots of great ideas. I love it. Okay, so to make this filling, your blender, your Ninja, if your Ninja can hold it or something like that, can hold this amount, great. If not, use a blender. It's totally going to work out just as well. So we got our blender here. We have 2 1/3 cup of cottage cheese. Again, I'm using the 1% cottage cheese. You can use what you wish, whatever works best for you. I'm going to put that right in here. Use our spatula. There we go. And now we are then adding 1 cup of Greek yogurt. Now this is a lower fat Greek yogurt. That's what I'm using. You can use full fat if you wish. Totally doable. So we're just gonna put that right in there, right in the blender. This is vanilla flavored yogurt, just so you know. You don't have to use plain yogurt. You can use other flavored yogurt if you wish. If you want to have a little more flavored cheesecake, right? You can flavor it by using different flavors of Greek yogurt as well. All right, so we have that in here. I like this because it's delicious. All right. Oh, it's an amazing combination already. We're going to add in the rest of our sugar. And then we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Now, I'm already using vanilla yogurt. You could blend it, taste it, see if you really need it. I'm not going to add, I probably won't add a full teaspoon to be perfectly honest. It'll probably be more like 3/4. What I would suggest doing is blending this up before you add the eggs in and just tasting it. See, maybe a little more, maybe, or not, you know. You can take it back once you put it in there. So, do it beforehand. I'm pretty confident with this one, so we're just going to go for it and see what we can do. So we have that in our blender. We're going to turn it on. Actually, I'm going to pulse it a couple times. Help it go, all right. I'm going to let it blend up. Now, if you have a Ninja, this can work out a lot faster. And a little better. This is an old blender. Got to break in my new one here soon. That's all right. Use a spatula. Mix it in. Here we go. There we go. Turn it on high. Get it up higher. It's taking off on me. Woo! That's crazy. All right. So I added a high setting. Highest one we go. This thing's about ready to blow up, but it's okay. It's still working. Hooray! So the goal of blending it is you want to get rid of the lumps and the bumps from the cottage cheese. All right, we're just gonna taste it real quick. Oh, that's good. Still a little bit lumpy with it. Now, if you wanted to add in some protein powder, some vanilla protein powder, things like that, feel free to. It's gonna give you an extra boost of protein. Don't need to though, but it's optional. Now, our 2 eggs are definitely going to help us bump up in the protein portion of this. So we have 2 eggs added right to it. We're also going to add in 2 teaspoons of flour. Now, the flour portion of this, teaspoons, not tablespoons, teaspoons. It's a very, very little bit of flour. Now, if you're using protein powder, if you're adding that, you know, a half a scoop, something like that, you probably don't need the flour. Because what the flour does is it helps bind it. It just helps keep it together a little tighter. So we're going to turn this on again. It's going to be loud. Hold on. Trying to let it all mix up here in the blender. Oh yeah, it's looking good. Let it keep blending here. We want to make sure it's nice and smooth. Working it. It's working. You're working with it. You go, practice it a little. Oh yeah, the other way. Oh yeah, have fun with your own blender. Hope you heard a word I said. Probably didn't need to. All right, we're gonna check this thing out. Looks good. I'm not tasting, but I don't feel any texture in there. Even with that flour, I don't feel it. So I'll show you what it looks like. And if it looks a little too liquidy at times, you could add a little. Some more flour in it, or even more cottage cheese and yogurt. So you can see in here, it's relatively liquidy, but that's all right because it's going to firm up when we cook it. So we have our graham cracker crust set aside here. We're golden. Oh, I almost forgot one little ingredient. Now I'm going to mix this one in by hand. You can put this under the blender. About a tablespoon of maple syrup here. 1 tablespoon. There we go. Now, you blend it in. I just forgot to add it, so we're just going to mix it in by hand here. It's no big worries. There we go. Now, all we're going to do is gently pour it into our graham cracker crust, kind of spreading it around evenly, so kind of going around in a circle pattern. You don't have to. You can go keep it in the center, let it spread on its own. try to get it up. Almost, so it's getting pretty closer to the edges. Thinking about it. There we go, and oh yeah. I would scrape out the edges if needed, but we don't need it. Look at that, folks. This is a delectable, amazing, oh yeah, cheesecake. All right, so I filled it up a little full. Whoopsie doopsie. It's gonna be okay. What we're gonna do, that's why I have the pan underneath it, right? To help out with that. We're gonna place it in our oven. And there, we're gonna let it sit for an hour. Yes, cheesecake takes time. You're gonna have to let it sit in there for an hour. But that's okay. So that is your cheesecake. That is a healthy cheesecake. Now, there are some incidences when I was reading through her post about people, well, like, why did it come out runny or not as velvety? It was not runny, I should say. It just wasn't as velvety. And that could be maybe you didn't use as full of a fat of yogurt or cottage cheese as what you could have. That could be it. But I'll tell you, I made it before with this 1% with our Light and Fit yogurt before. It turns out amazing. Just so delicious. Has enough sweet in it that you don't miss it. And really, okay, I've had the cream cheese stuff. Can you taste the difference between that one and this one? If they're side by side, yeah, you can. I'm not gonna lie to you. However, this doesn't taste like a healthy cheesecake. This doesn't taste like you're cheating yourself, that you're being healthy, right, and doing something like this. This tastes divine. I mean, it is a dessert in and of itself. It's a cheesecake in and of itself. Once you have this, you might think you might want to go back to the other one, but if you want to stick to your diet, you want to stick to something healthy and have something truly amazing that's a dessert, have this. You and your family are going to love it. So that's the portion of this video where we deal with the cheesecake. That's it. Blend it, do all that stuff together, throw it in the oven, 350 for an hour. That's it. So right now, I'm going to show you how the topping I'm going to do for this cheesecake. You can make a fruit topping. If you want to be super easy, here's what I would do. I would get frozen fruit, put it in a pan, and turn it on at a medium-low temperature. Cook it down right so it thaws out. Add some sugar. You can add straight sugar. You can add maple syrup, honey to it, and let it really melt together and start to thicken up a little bit. And that's a beautiful and tasty, healthy topping for you. If you wanted something fruity, right? So that works. But I don't want something fruity. I want something a little saltier and sweet at the same time. So what I'm going to do here is we are going to turn on our burner on a medium-low heat, and we're going to make a pecan topping. So I have 1 cup of pecans right here. We're going to put that in our pan. No oil, nothing. Just, it's a non-stick pan, 1 cup of pecans. So let me grab 2 other ingredients here. I need 1 more spatula. We got that. And you know what? No, actually I'm going to do this. Perfect. So I have my spatula and we have the pecans. Let me bring you over here and show you what we got. So we got the pecans cooking there on the heat. And you'll just let them sit there for a little bit. And if you're not sick, right, and you can smell things, you should be able to smell them starting to be cooked. That's when you want to start mixing them up a little bit. It's not going to take terribly long, right? As in terribly long being like a minute, right? You don't need a ton of time on here. So we're set to go. We're going to add some fun stuff to it. We're going to add some maple syrup for our sweeten. So it's not going to be like this, what are the words I'm looking for? It's not going to be like a pecan pie filling on top of it. It's going to be like a pecan with a very light sauce with it. So like candy pecans, if you will, that we're going to place on it. Now when our, oh, I can smell them now. That's awesome. I'm just kind of turning them over a little bit and just kind of putting them in the pan. Still a dry pan. Now when your cheesecake is done, you want to let it cool. You can let it sit up on the countertop. I wouldn't put it in your refrigerator away because that cools it really fast. Just let it sit on top of a counter, protected from, if you have animals, stuff like that. Just set it up on the counter or on your stove top. And just let it sit, let it cool down for half hour to an hour, and then you could top it, right? So let it cool before you put your topping on. So we're rocking here. Oh yeah, it takes a little bit of time, but totally worth it if you want a unique topping. I'm turning up the heat just a little bit here so we can speed up the process for you. And as this is cooking, I want to thank all of you for watching and helping support the Jones and Get Fit Healthy and Live cooking show. I love doing these shows. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. If you're watching us on Facebook, head over to YouTube. Just Google Jones and Get Fit and like cooking show or something like that, and I should show up on there. Just like it, subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. We're so close. So close. We have 92 subscribers right now. Let's bump that up. Let's see if we can break the 100 mark. That would be incredible to have over 100 awesome people like you watching this show. So if you get a chance, head over to YouTube and like and subscribe to our channel. Awesome. Okay. They're starting to get roasted, starting to brown up a little bit. I can start smelling them. I wish we had smell-o-vision because that would be amazing. So with a cup of pecans in here, we're going to add about 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. So I'm using the Maple Dude pure maple syrup. I'm not using the corn starch or corn syrup, not corn starch, the corn syrup stuff. No. We ain't doing that. We're doing this right. Now, I'm doing it right now because of the video. However, if I was making this on my own, without, there's 2, and about 3. So, if I was doing this on my own without the video, I would not be cooking them right now. I would be waiting until the cheesecake has sat out for a little while. And, there we go, shut it back down. So that it was out and cooled down so that as soon as this was done, I could top it right away. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm just going to have to reheat it a little bit and then top it. No big worries. So, I don't know if you saw or heard, as soon as I put, because the pan was hot, as soon as I put that maple syrup in here, it started sizzling. That's a good sign, right? You don't want it to go crazy, you don't want it to burn, but a little sizzle's fine. And as soon as I finished, I grabbed a spatula and I'm putting my pecans and moving them around in the pan, covering them with this maple syrup. You need to see this. It looks too amazing. So come on over, check this out. So that's what it looks like, right? You got your about 3 tablespoons of maple syrup, pure maple syrup, and a cup of pecans. You can't tell me that doesn't look amazing. Well, that is, unless you don't like pecans or maple syrup, then you're kind of out of luck. But if you like them, oh, this is going to be the bomb. Now, you want them to be candied, right? Sticky, as it were. So you want to let it go, let it reduce down until you're just about out of juice, all right? Out of liquid in the pan. You want to be careful because if you let it go down too far, it's going to be really easy to burn. So going down to like that medium-low heat is going to be really beneficial to help you time it out. You still want it to bubble up, all right? And we just have, oh, it's just barely scraping across the pan. I mean, I'm talking just a little bit. All right, we're going to shut that off. There we go. Keep moving around for a little bit. Let them be all candied up. Yeah. So I'll show you what I mean here. You can see in the pan, that's just the amount, right, that you see in there when it's cooking when I pulled it out. Still able to move it with the spatula, but it's getting sticky already. It's sticking to the spatula. That would be our topping. So what I would do, as soon as we're done with this, let that go just for about another 10 seconds or so, and then I would put it on top of the cheesecake after it cooled. And we would be set to eat and enjoy an amazing, delectable cheesecake, healthy cheesecake with our own candied, healthily candied pecans. How does it get better than that, folks? That's it. Thank you so much for watching. This is another Jones and to Get Fit live cooking show, helping you live a happy, healthy life, eating well, and getting rid of the stereotypes of saying, oh yeah, eating healthy is like horrible tasting. No, it's not. It's amazing. So good. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night, and let me know if you have any recipes that you would like to see me cook, whether it's holiday related or not, dessert, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, anything, maybe even a challenge. Throw something out my way. I'd love to see it. Feel free to email me at jonesandtogetfit@gmail.com. Hit me up in Messenger or on Facebook or Instagram, whatever. Check me out. Thank you all for watching. Have a great evening. Go be healthy, go be fit, and we will catch you all later.